So you want to optimize the capabilities of your M2 MacBook Air? Well, I have you covered with the top must-have accessories that won't break the bank, one of which is actually free. Now, I'm not gonna waste your time on obvious things such as AirPods and mice. We're gonna get into what is worth it after these things have been tested and why they are better than the competition. So let's jump right in. The first one is from our sponsor Basis with their Blade 100-watt USB Type-C portable laptop power bank. Now, I have owned a ton of power banks, and this one stands out for 3 reasons. First, it fast charges the M2 MacBook Air through USB Type-C or with the MagSafe cable. So if you didn't get that one from Apple, this will do it. And second, it puts out 100 watts, meaning not only will your MacBook Air fast charge, but you can still charge up your iPhone or other devices. And the Basis Auto Split chip will optimize charging for all your devices that are plugged in and make sure they are safe so they're not overcharged. It has 4 ports instead of 2, and all 4 of them are fast charge capable compared to others. Well, they'll have one that supports the full speed. Now, the other great thing is that it is super slim, so it doesn't bulk up my bag. And they do include a 100-watt rated USB-C cable, and it also can be fast charged in just 1.5 hours using only a 65-watt adapter. I really like that the LED display will not only show you how long it will take to charge up, but also how long it will last while you're powering and charging your devices, as well as other info. It's already a great price, but you can use our exclusive code and link in the description for the best price online. Next is this super small fast charger from Anker. If you didn't get a fast charger from Apple, you are gonna take over an hour just to get to 50% compared to 30 minutes. Not only that, comparing the Anker to Apple's charger, I mean, there's a massive difference in size, and you can pick this up for only $35. So it is a no-brainer, and then of course you can use it to charge up this power bank super quickly as well. So I think it's a must-have for any M2 MacBook Air owner. The next one you will probably laugh at, and that is because it is a laptop cooler. Now, when I bought this, I thought it was gonna be a joke. I just wanted to test it out for a previous video, but it made a dramatic difference compared to using the M2 MacBook Air by itself. And it plugs in with a USB port, uses barely any power, and it runs really quiet. So if you are at your desk and you are working on some tougher stuff, or you just want your laptop to stay cool because it's fanless, you can pick up one of these for super cheap, and it does help. Now, if you pair it with one of these thermal pads, the difference is shocking. It pretty much becomes an M2 MacBook Pro, but you get the new form factor with the new design. Now, this transfers heat from that chip, which is sealed in, and then to the bottom plate of the laptop, and then the cooler can cool it down if you want to use it together. Now, if you care about longevity, if you care about best performance, I mean, I would consider using one of these, and don't worry about the thermal pads messing up your battery. Some people have talked about that. Apple controls everything, and everything is in spec, so that's enough about that. But the next one I want to let you guys know, if you don't want to mess with thermal pads or anything like that, is this thing. It has been on here the whole time. It is as slim as a credit card, and this is from Moft. We've shown off their other products before. So not only is it a stand, you can go up to 25 degrees to get a nicer kind of typing experience, or you can actually lift it up even higher than that, which I think is great, and I use for Zoom calls, FaceTimes, because when the laptop is sitting on your desk, you're recording yourself up. You're seeing the ceiling, you're looking up your nose, compared to a much more natural position like this. Now, the kicker is that this thing uses graphene, which is amazingly effective at wicking out heat. So instead of the CPU having a hot spot and getting super quick, it will spread out in the chassis and on the graphene pad, and it is very inexpensive. One great thing is that you can take it off and keep reapplying it, which is great because I ended up putting it on backwards my first time. If you're buying one of these M2 MacBook Airs and you do any sort of creative work or even security camera, any of that stuff, you might need a card reader. It's a shame Apple didn't include one because even the old MacBook Airs had it, but this thing is inexpensive, it looks great, and it is actually faster than the SD card reader that's built into the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros. On top of that, it also has a micro SD card slot, so you have ultimate flexibility. Next, we have this bad boy right over here. If you purchase an M2 Air with base storage or even 512, you'll likely need more storage. And a lot of people suggest the Samsung T5, but that is expensive for what you get. This Sabrent, we've been using it and recommending it for years now. It's a little bit more money, but it gets up to 5 times faster, and it is backwards compatible with Thunderbolt, with USB Type-C. It has great protection, and it has really, really high SLC cache. So you can actually buy one of these instead of upgrading your SSD, say to 1 terabyte or 2, use it on a lot of machines, and the performance is really great. So we highly recommend these. Now, if you don't need speed or that pushes your budget, we have this Sandisk little thumb drive. Now, I love things that are compatible with a lot of devices, which is why I like this thing. It has USB Type A and USB Type C. It is very cheap, even for 256 gigabytes. So you can toss this in your bag, it is tiny, and store extra files or backup to it. The other thing that everybody needs is a USB-C to USB-A adapter. Now, you can buy one of these for 20 bucks from Apple, or you can save some money, buy this for 14 bucks, and the speeds that you get from it are way better. You have 4 different ports, full 10 gigabit per second, and it's just an incredible value. So you might as well get that one. Now, if you can spend a little bit more money, you can pick up the upgraded version that has 3 USB-A ports. It has a USB-C for pass-through charging and an HDMI that supports HDCP 2.2 so that you can watch Netflix through it. It's made out of metal and it is really high quality, so you can't really beat it. Now, if you don't want to worry about having multiple connections and having an SD card, we also have this CharjenPro that supports 4K 60. It has an SD and micro SD card built in. You have USB-A ports that are full 10 gigabit per second. So this is the ultimate powerhouse, and it's only 85 bucks. It's not like a dock that costs $300 and $400. Now, if you want a way to protect your M2 MacBook Air, we have the slim sleeve for it. And not only is it a great price, it has a bunch of extra features. First off, it has this little elastic section where you can actually put something like an adapter in there and it will stretch out. It has a little section for cards, and it actually uses origami to achieve the same thing like that stand does. So you can actually prop up your MacBook at multiple angles for FaceTiming or for typing, and it is just super thin as well. So if you want something that is budget but has a lot of different capabilities and uses, not just a little pouch, this is the way to go. Now, if you're gonna be at your desk and you need a stand that's more permanent, my favorite is the Book Arc from 12 South. I've used this for years, and it fits your MacBook perfectly in it. It raises it up so you have nice airflow. You can have it kind of sideways like this so that doesn't take up too much space, and you have full access to your ports so you can connect. They have different inserts for different kind of laptops, and it just looks fantastic. Now, if you are going to be doing a desk setup, you will likely want more ports. Now, I'm not a fan of the $300-$400 ones that cost a lot and give you a bunch of stuff you don't need, which is why I love the OWC Thunderbolt 4 hub. It is Thunderbolt 4, not 3, which means that you could take just one port from your M2 MacBook Air and split it out into 3 full speed ports. And I've had my QNAP connected, a fast SSD, and my 6K display, and none of them slowed down. And with that, on the front, you have a full-size USB-A as well. So this can charge up your laptop and then provide you with additional really fast expansion. And it's only 180 bucks. It is not $300 or $400, and it has been working fantastic for a couple of years now. Now, the last one that I want to mention, and it's not technically an accessory, but it's something that every MacBook Air owner needs to know, and that is the low power mode. Now, I made a dedicated video about this going into detail, but the gist of it is when you toggle this, it uses mostly the efficiency cores, and the M2 chip has amazing efficiency cores, way better than anything else. So it's still super quick, and you can get about 15 hours of battery life, and your system stays nice and cool. So for those times where you don't need the ultimate best performance, you care about battery life, you have to know about this. Go ahead and check it out. So there you guys go. Once again, all the links are down in the video description if you guys want to check them out. And if you guys want to subscribe and you enjoy this video, if it was valuable, click that circle above. Check out one of those great videos right over there. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next video.